one thing the shadow government always does, I don't care whether you call the shadow governments the Illuminati or the powers that be or the underworld or the Apollonists. The Apollonists is the best description of them because they worship Apollo, who is the Antichrist. Read about it in Revelation chapter 9, verse 11. It doesn't really matter what label you call them, they are the shadow government. They worship the beast and want to keep you in darkness. They want to keep you trapped in the mindset of self-validation, which is how the fallen mind of man operates. They want to keep you in that fallenness. They want to trap you in it through fear. And they do it in a subtle manner. You're often not aware that their wizardry is working upon you. And often they use mass media or local operations to keep people in this fear-based thinking. And don't forget, they are operative in most churches today. I'm not going to name the names of churches because that's not a wise thing to do, but in many churches they are active. And in some churches it's so obvious that the Holy Spirit ain't there. But people, to get self-validation, to be validated as a believer, they think they need the approval of a pastor figure. But that's a whole other subject. Just understand this. The shadow government always reveals what they're doing. Sometimes they will even flat out let one of their agents tell you what's going on. But when this happens, people think it's a joke because people say that's too outrageous what that character just said. Or often in movies, you have some, because when they make a movie, there are multiple people working on it, and maybe one of those people that work on the movie is an agent of the shadow government, and he has to make sure that some elements appear in the movie. So you can have a horror movie, but in a horror movie there's a lecture in a university where they explain spirit possession, how it really operates. Why? That's showing how the underworld operates. That's showing you the truth. But most people that watch horror movies just want to get a thrill. So when the lecture passes by, they think, oh, it's just part of the plot, part of the movie. They don't capture that it's the truth being shown over there. Now look, I'm not telling you to become like a detective and to look for all the clues, because that will lead you into frustration, that will lead you into traps, and you may even end up in a mental institution if you're not mentally strong. So I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm telling you is just to be alert, okay? Because shadow governments will always reveal what they're doing. That's what Satan orders them to do. That's what the beast wants them to do. Why? Because that's how the beast gets honor. That's how they steal worship from the Most High. So they tell you what they're doing, knowing that you probably won't believe it, and by doing this they are luring you in what they're doing. And without you being aware of it, you are participating in what they're doing, even in an aversive manner. For example, if they want to come with a new policy that they know most people don't want, people are going to react against the policy. But by reacting against the policy, they're not operating in the flesh. They're not operating in the negative. And this negative is producing waste energy for the evil spirits. So this resistance, people think it's resistance against the policy, but it's really resistance that will support another policy that's coming. And that policy is the true policy they want to enforce, but they came with a policy they knew people would resist first. That's how they work. So to prevent you from being trapped, first of all, agree with Christ. Walk by faith. Keep your eyes open. Don't follow conspiracy theorists. Don't even follow other believers with their YouTube channels. Follow Christ. Well, that's all for now. Be at peace.